Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a couple of fidgets to show you. So, these came in for review from G1.com. My homies over at G1.com, you guys know I have a link down below and a discount code, LeftyEDC. LeftyEDC will get you 10% off your order at G1, which is pretty nice. So, we have the YEDC Pig Nose Slider in Korean. I learned a little bit about Korean last night on a live stream with my buddy Javon. Shout out to Javon. Go check out his YouTube channel. I'll try to link it down below, but it's Javon's Knife Flicks. And then we have the Crossbones. I don't know the company. I have the box for anybody who can read Mandarin or Chinese. This is it. Right here. It says Osseous Point Design. Osseous Point Design. Maybe I don't understand what that's supposed to say. But anyway, Crossbones. Fanglin Volcano Series. Thai Gale, some titanium. It's number 28 to 70. Osseous Point Studio has been committed to creating a high-quality EDC trend play. The studio concept adhering to the latest structure, the latest experience, just to create your ultimate experience. Please support us. Okay. There's a QR code if you want to hit that. Just saying. And here's the YEDC box for the pig nose slider. Here's that portion that you can't read, or I can't read, sorry. It says G1 on it, and that's it for that. I like this one. Just comes in this thing you got to cut around, and then you get stickers and extra shit and whatnot. This one also came with extra balls. Now, I have some positives, and then I have one big negative for this one. This is probably my favorite fidget that I've gotten in a long time. The last one that hit me this way was probably the Ultim version of the mechanical pig slider, or the one from Big White EDC, the Magic Play or whatever it's called, that Ultim slider, mechanical one. I love that thing. And this hit me just about the same way. It has such a good snap, snap, and smooth ride. Man, it's really, really good. I wish it could snap, snap, snap 4. Wish it could go up 4 or even 3. But it does give me just enough with 2. And then you can go the other way too. So the only downside with this one is there's some balls in there. So if you press it while you slide up and then you press, the balls will fall out on you. All you got to do is drop it back into the track and then lift back here and pull, let it slide back, and then it locks back in, and then you're good to go. And there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. There's like 4 of these tracks like that long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the center has just the. I guess there's another one in the center. Oh no, that's for the post. Oh, you want to see how it comes apart? I'll show you. All right. So what you do is you get all. I just get all the balls out. This side I gotta do it on. Hold on. There we go. Flip it around. There. 4 balls, and then you have a post in here that has this center area where you can get it in and out. So she said, see this, and it's on one of those. I don't even know how to explain it, but I think what you do is you pull and twist at the same time, and you can loosen that out. But I don't want to do that. I just want to leave it alone. Then you have a series of magnets, 8 on each side, which are nice and strong on this example. Corian is a synthetic material that is modeled to look like stone and shit. Now, the thing is, when you order this at G1.com, so go over to G1.com, use my code LeftyEDC when you order this. I think it's $80, and it's well worth $80. This is some of the best $80 you're going to spend on a fidget, just trust me. The weight, the feel, man, I don't like ultra heavy fidgets like tungsten and stuff like that for sliders. Spinners, tungsten's fine, right? Heavy is good. But for stuff like this, you either want Pei or, I guess, Corian, which I didn't know existed until I got this. It's not heavy. It's not heavy, but it is kind of dense. It kind of feels like stone. I mean, it's literally what it's meant to feel like is granite, right? They use this stuff for fake countertops, apparently. As you can tell, it looks just like a countertop. But it comes in a variety of colors. So there's even like red, yellow. There's a different stone looking one, a more natural looking, like sand looking stone one or whatever. And I guess when they made these, they got samples of a bunch of different kinds. So when you order this, you literally just order Korean slider, and then they send you a random one. There's all these different colors. You'll see when you go to the website. It'll show you the different options, but you can't choose. It's interesting. I don't know why they do it that way, but they do. So you might not end up with this granite one, which that's a little annoying to me because I would want to be able to choose and pick this or the other stone looking one. I wouldn't really want a red one, but it's going to feel the same. So in practice, it's not really different. And you can see how strong the magnets are. It picked it up from like this height, just whoop, straight up. And then it just goes back together like that. And it can't come apart when it's together unless it's perfectly centered, and then you peel these both apart. Then that post can come out, but otherwise it's locked in there. Very simple. You guys have seen this kind of thing a million times, but yeah, it's just a combination of design and material that works extremely well, right? And what I was saying earlier is heavier materials usually equals less snap, right? Or they got to use much stronger magnets to make it work. So this kind of material just lends itself better to a magnetic slider because you can get really good magnet strength or feel without having to have the strongest magnets in the world. This feels amazing. So anyway, that's the YEDC Pig Nose Slider in Korean. Highly, highly recommend this one for 80 bucks with my code. What is it? $73 or something like that. Or maybe it's 89. I can't remember. It's not very expensive. Now this is the Crossbones. And I forget the price on this. It's titanium, so it's probably closer to like 150 or something. This one's not my favorite. Because it's just not, the shape and everything doesn't really do it for me. It's an interesting take on a fidget slider or toy or whatever you want to call it. Basically, they have three pieces. They have this top one, and then they have this bottom one, and then they have that middle piece with all the magnets on it. And then it just pops like a Crossbones. It goes back and forth. So the way you play with it, at least for me, is you go like this, and then you rotate around. You just have to keep rotating and snapping. So it's not really like most fidgets where you want to go back and forth, right? Like that's the thing that I like about fidgets that calms me down is I go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is like this way, rotate, this way, rotate. So it's kind of similar, but not. I guess technically you could go this way, then rotate this way and go back. It's just not, for me, you can't do it quick, repeatedly, and that bothers me. It's obviously an awkward shape, so pocketing it's not going to be good. It's more of a desk toy or pouch toy. But it's cool. I mean, it has its place, I think. I don't think it's bad or anything. Now, the downside is the glue did not hold. So when I got this, it was like falling apart. And I'll show you how it works. If I can get it. There we go. So you have these parts, all right? It comes with these extra balls, by the way. Teflon. And ignore the discoloration. That's from the glue, and I'll explain. So when I got it, this magnet was not glued in. It was stuck to this magnet, and every time you tried to use it, it would like, it would just want to push apart. I don't know. It was weird. It would just like fall apart. The balls would fall all over. So I realized that that magnet wasn't glued in. So I tried twice to glue them in. And I used my medium thick glue, cleaned everything with acetone first. I was very professional about it. I put a little bit of glue in there and I stuck that glue in, or the magnet in, pushed down, held down, let it sit, and put it back together. Next thing I knew, boom, popped right back apart. So I tried it again. Same thing happened. I got pretty frustrated and I actually put it back together. So the second time I put a lot of glue in to try to get it to hold. You can see some of it came out around the sides or whatever. So I did it again, and then I waited a little bit to let it dry. Maybe not long enough. I waited like 10 minutes. And then I put it back together, and it immediately popped back out. Like the glue didn't cure, or to me, the glue just didn't work. And so what I did was I put it together, which was... you just put this one down here. Make sure, see how the ball doesn't want to seat? Just make sure you get them all to seat in first. It's easier if you get it right on each side first there. So now they're all in, right? Then take this one, flip this over, do the same thing. I would recommend holding it so that it doesn't shoot. And then check, see that one's not in. Try to get them all in. All right, they're all in. So now it's together, and it works, right? So what I did was, I did that. I put it all together, and I threw it in the trash. Yes, I'm not lying. I threw it in the trash because I was pissed off. I got to tell you, I hate when magnets don't stay seated. It's one of the most frustrating things about fidgets. Now, granted, it's really been a 01 EDC issue, mostly that brand, and not other brands. So, I was kind of pissed off just in general about it, not really at this company. But anyway, I was just a little pissed because I tried twice, didn't work, so I just threw it in the trash. The next day, yesterday, I messaged G1, the contact I have, and I said, hey, I got them. The pig slider's awesome. But this thing, the magnet didn't stay in. I tried it twice. It's, whatever. So they said, well, send it to this address. They gave me an address. And we'll send you a replacement. And I was like, ugh, all right. I mean, I threw it away. So I went upstairs. It was just in my office trash bin. It wasn't like, dumpster diving. And I just pulled it out of the trash. And I was like, all right, I'll just just double check it. And I went to take it apart, and it would not come apart because the glue had fully cured and it had glued it shut, basically, because that excess glue got stuck to the magnet on the other side when I put it together. So I'm sitting there and I'm like pulling it and yanking it and whatever. I finally got that glue to break. Lo and behold, the magnets were both seated perfectly, glued in, no problem. So I just took acetone, cleaned up as much as I could of that extra glue, and now it works like it's supposed to. So I had to message them back and be like, oh, hey, look, I actually fished it out of the trash and it was fine. So I fixed it, is what happened. I didn't wait long enough for it to cure before I tried it, I guess. I should have just let it sit overnight or something instead of 10 minutes. You know what I mean? But I thought that glue cures a lot faster. It has for me. But anyway, that's my story on it. But it does work. And it's cool, I don't think that would be a repeating pattern. I think you just, it's like anything in manufacturing. They glue magnets in. Of course, occasionally something's going to come loose, right? And usually it's just me who gets the lemons. So they did say they haven't had any other reports of that. So it's probably just this one, just bad luck. So I think if you bought this, you'd be fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah. Anyway, the titanium looks nice. The pattern's pretty cool on it. It says Gale on it. I don't know exactly what that means. Crossbones. It's got cool stuff going on. It looks cool. It has these little things that you can't push them or anything, so I'm not sure what they are. And, if you're into this kind of functionality, then it works well. It's cool. It's got the balls in there. It has not popped apart on me since I fixed it. So now that the magnets are in there properly, it's not trying to pop apart. And yeah, so you can use my link, use my code at G1 if you want. You don't have to, obviously. Definitely recommend this Corian slider. And this one, you know, if it's your bag, it's definitely cool. You know, I just have to be honest with you guys. I tell you everything. That was the full story on that. I think it was a combination of my impatience and just, you know, bad luck / bad QC on one example. So thank you to G1 for sending these my way. I always appreciate that. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.